So let's talk about Zebec network for a second because I've been watching the price action and it's probably not doing what most investors expected it to do. I'm going to get into what I mean in just a second, but first, if you're looking for a great crypto exchange, make sure you check out my link to BTCC. You get 10% bonus on first time deposits, extra bonuses up to $10,000, no VPN, no KYC. The link is going to be in my description down below. Now, on a day like today, where the overall market looks like this, the last thing that most investors want is to have a coin in their portfolio that's not green as well. No one wants these little red coins on the bubbles here. So this one, Pi, is in the red. Then you see CRV in the red, TRX a little bit in the red, BGB a little bit in the red, up here HTX a little bit in the red. That's not what people want to see during a green day. We expect our coins to perform the same way that the rest of the market is performing, all right? And Zebec network is not performing the way that majority of the coins are performing. Because if you take a look here, what we see is it's down 19% in the last 24 hours, right? The volume is up 246%, but it's down 19%. The current market cap is 76 million, right? Let's take a look at the 7-day chart. As we can see here, it had a massive pump to the upside and it came crashing all the way down. Matter of fact, let's take a closer look here. Let me pull up the chart so we can really see what's happening. All right, so as we can see, March 19th, it kind of bottomed out. Well, it was making its way back up, as you can see here, right? But on March 19th, it was sitting here and then it just made this massive pump. And let me draw this in. So it made this massive pump and then it made a massive dump. Then it made a massive pump again, but this pump went higher than the previous pump, which was great, but unfortunately the dump was even more intense. The dump came all the way back down to here, these levels, which was basically the last time we saw these levels was March 13th. So that is definitely not a great sign whatsoever. Okay, now the main reason why this probably happened is because of this. So on their Twitter account, what we see is they posted a few times. So on March 17th, they said something massive is about to drop. Are you ready? Let's go back over to the charts. March 17th. So on March 17th, the price was sitting right here, all right? And maybe this is why it made a little pump because it was sitting at 00093 and then it pumped up to let's see, 0011. All right, so maybe that's why that little movement happened right there. Okay, go back to their X. Then they said, let's see here, a few more days, right? So that was March 18th. And then you asked, we listened, the wait is almost over. That's what they said on March 19th. Let's check out March 19th here. So March 19th, let's see, this thing, where was it? Right here. So it was just basically trading sideways March 19th. The real explosion didn't happen until like March 21st, right? And I think, let's see here. What did they post on March 21st? They posted on March 20th. And then they posted 18 hours ago. But yeah, they didn't post anything on March 21st, but a lot of investors was expecting some sort of big news, and that was supposed to happen last week. Now, it depends on when you're watching this video, of course, but it was supposed to happen last week. A week ago, we were supposed to have some big news and nothing happened, right? But in anticipation for the big news, we saw a pretty sizable pump because on March 23rd, this thing went to 0.0014, and that was the last day of the week. So this was on the Sunday, right? So people was probably expecting the news to drop on a Sunday. Nothing happened, and the coin completely tanked. It was a complete nightmare for this project right here because nothing was dropped. Now, they did drop some news today, which is Monday while I'm recording this, and the news that they dropped was this one right here. New asset listing. Zbcn is now listed for trading on CoinStash. Now, let's read some of the comments that people have to say here. They said, always great to see a new listing. Good size exchange. However, we need to list on likes of let's see, Coinbase and stuff like that to get notice. And then someone says, is this the big news you said was dropping? We need a Coinbase and Binance listing, please. Someone says, nice. What else here? Let's go another listing. And then this person says, CoinStash, WTF is CoinStash. So this is not the news that I believe a lot of investors was looking for. That being said, I think a lot of people need to understand that this is a pretty small market cap project. And when it comes to very small market cap project, the volatility on these things are going to be insane. Now, if this project was sitting at maybe like a $400 million market cap or something like that, and then we see these massive dumps towards the downside, at that point, you got to be like, well, that happened in a matter of like a few hours. Like, this is not normal, right? I got to be extremely worried. But when you're talking about a project that's got such a small market cap, 100 million or below, like the volatility, and it's going to have some massive swings to the upsides and some massive swings to the downsides. The main thing that we all need to be aware of is the lower the market cap, the more risky the coin is going to be. Even though, yes, you could have done your research and you can believe in this project, but you do have to manage your risk regardless. I think you need to manage your risk in all of crypto, but especially when you're dealing with a project that's got a lower market cap. All right, so manage your risk on something like this. Don't overextend, so don't go all in, just in case the research that you did is inaccurate. And I do the same for myself. When I get into a smaller market cap coin, I always say, okay, well, I strongly believe in this, but what if I am wrong? So I'm going to pour money into it because I think it's a solid project. And if I'm right, I'm going to make some pretty sizable returns. But just in case, I want to manage my risk just a little bit because you never know what's going to happen. But I do still believe that this is a project that's got some serious potential. And if it does do something even half of what like XLM or something like that does, we can see some pretty sizable returns. So I think that a project like this is one that is worth keeping in the portfolio. Now, you have to remember, nothing in this video is financial advice. I can always be wrong, so make sure you guys do your own research. But I do like the project. I definitely think it's a very interesting project, and this is why I think I'm going to hold or continue to hold a small amount in my portfolio just to see where this thing goes. Because I do think that once the bull run picks back up, stuff like this has the potential to really take off. And I'm looking for coins along the same level as like the XLM and stuff like that, because I do think that a lot of money is going to be poured into those sorts of sectors. And when you're dealing with a market cap as small as 76 million, the potential returns is just insane, and that can't be ignored. So this is why I'm talking about it, right? But that's all I have for you guys in this video. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, don't forget to hit the like and subscribe button. Check out a few of the links that I have down below. And until next time, take care.